Hey folks, Jimmy Hudson here. I want to make this public before it gets deleted because I know it will. I made a comment on the Buckeye Lake Police Department. It's really kind of an open letter. So I want everybody to know exactly what I said. And we need to get the word out, and we need to really pressure Buckeye Lake. And if you've had a speeding ticket from them within the last 2 years, you need to sue them. Maybe get some accurate radar calibrations for the New Year's and keep proper records of them, or to Nicodemus steal those so he can get a bunch of continuances on people smart enough to not pay your speeding tickets from your expired radars. How much money has he billed the village for in my speeding ticket case where he could provide no records of the exact radar that pulled me over? Tomorrow will be my 6th court date and 5th court appearance. You know, Chief, when you follow his orders to refuse to give me my public information request, you're committing a felony each time. So I went ahead and turned you in to the Attorney General and the Federal Bureau of Investigations for obstruction of justice. As you know, I already have a 1983 lawsuit against you in federal court. So you're going to have a great year, Chief. I'm guessing Nicodemus, who I reported to the Supreme Court Disciplinary Council as well, is billing the village for 2 hours before my court date each time, an hour in court, and an hour after to file papers and for a drive. Speeding ticket max fine is $150. If my guess is correct on his billing at now 6 court dates, I bet he's billed between $2,000 and $3,000 for my speeding ticket. You could purchase all new radars for that and hire someone part-time to maintain them, and then you would have accurate radars because right now, your operation is not very legal or ethical. In fact, I would call this dereliction of duty. I know you used to work for Mr. Nick Dinglis as an officer when he was mayor of Baltimore, and Kylie Kite, his little employee in Whitehall, and the magistrate of Buckeye Lake to make sure people who are innocent until proven guilty definitely will get their fair share and fair justice with you criminals in charge. Oh, yeah, that's real fair. I can't wait till you motherfuckers are in prison. Perhaps some of the money you paid Nick Dinglis for his billing scam on anyone who wishes to not plead guilty could go to better background checks on the officers you hire, such as the man who violated my rights and is no stranger to federal lawsuits. Perhaps since Nick Dinglis likes to be a special prosecutor and has nothing better to do than go after little old me for speeding ticket where your officer used radars with no records that you have provided me, which is illegal, maybe you should investigate the murder of Michael Hill in 1995. That's right. Matthew May had a firefighter as a ride-along with him when he pulled over a preacher and a former police officer of 5 years named Michael Hill. A few months before that, Mr. May, your former officer, had shot someone while working as a security guard. And of course, like many cops, he also had some domestic violence issues, which caused his promotion to go a little slower. But still, 11 months on a job, he became sergeant anyhow, because wife beating's perfectly acceptable amongst cops. Sociopaths tend to beat women up, and anyone who desires to rule over others is definitely a sociopath. Anywho, why would you hire someone that would murder a former cop on the side of the road by shooting him in the head a few times, then prop his body up and shoot him again while he was still alive? Matthew May didn't have his dash cam on then either. Huh. Can you believe that, Chief Largett? Can you believe that, Nicodemus? Did you check on his past before hiring him? Come on, Chief. Did he check on his record in Somerset? What about the police brutality lawsuit against him in Athens County, where guess what? He didn't have his dash cam on then either. Huh. I realized they didn't have body cams back then, but every cruiser certainly did have dash cams. In the 90s and early 2000s, I know they did. Matthew May had his body cam on when he pulled me over. I saw it blinking. But I'm just wondering, did you help him destroy the evidence, Chief? When I got to court, I was told by Mr. Nickerdinger that there is no body cam or dash cam, as Mr. May loves to do before he violates people's rights or harassing them or hurting them or killing them. All of which he has done absolutely all of this. Huh. Mr. May, what a fucking pathetic excuse for a human. Good God, man. How do you live with yourself? You know, you need to be in jail, Mr. May. I'm going to put you there because Anonymous now knows about you. Expect the unexpected, Mr. May. Anonymous don't fuck around because they don't have to wait for records. They just take them. There's no statute of limitations for murder, Chief Hargett. Why don't you and Mr. Nicodinglis look into the death of Michael Hill, as his family deserves justice? I'm wearing BDUs right now out of respect for Michael Hill. He was a hero. He was a police officer and a chaplain for a militia. Militias abide by the constitutions. We fight for people to have freedom. And we fight against tyrants like you and Mr. Nicodingerless and Matthew May. Y'all are fucking tyrants. We're taking you down. And through the legal system. There's no statute of limitations for murder, Chief. Why don't you and Nicodingless look into the death of Michael Hill, as his family deserves justice? I can't wait to tell Judge George and Nicodingless, or about Nicodingless and Matthew May tomorrow, as I tell the truth and show facts and evidence. Get your shit together, dude. And get your records on your radar guns straight. And quit committing felonies for Mr. Nicodickless. Racketeering and extortion is what happens when victims you pull over cannot challenge the radar device used against them. And then especially when you got Kylie Kites in there and Nicodickless up there as a solicitor. Dude, y'all are crooked as fuck. I believe you're good, man. Not really, but I kind of do. And I had to put that just to be polite. And I'm asking you publicly to fix your shit. Fix your department. And you can start by arresting Bradley Nicodemus for obstruction of justice. And then investigate the murder of Michael Hill by your former corrupt cop, Matthew May. With his record, who the fuck gave that guy a dog and let him be a canine unit? Are y'all crazy? Fucking bunch of sociopaths. Anyway, Happy New Year, Chief Hargett. Do the right thing and do your fucking job and stop brown-nosing corrupt people. Stop brown-nosing tyrants, man. Be a man. Be a fucking man and arrest these people. They're breaking the law and they've had you commit felonies now. You need to turn them in and you need to arrest them. You need to come clean and maybe we can work on a deal for you so you don't get such a long prison sentence like you like to do with people like me. Fuck off.